Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today, after a long hiatus, I just want to say, wow, things are moving fast, aren't they? All right, so it has been a while since I've done a video. I think the last time I did one was 6 or 7 months ago. And in that time, the entire world has changed. It's changed for me personally, but technologically it's changed. Well, professionally it's changed, personally it's changed. Everything has changed so much in the last 6 months, but that's kind of the way the world is now at the moment, isn't it? Everything is just going so quickly. Do you remember how I don't know, some of you guys you're young, but the older people out there, you know that a new software framework would come out every few years and you get all excited about it. And now it seems like it's every few months. And once you start working on something now, it's obsolete because you're already working on it. And it just seems to be accelerating faster and faster and faster. But it's really, really exciting. So in the last 7 months since the last time I talked to you, I've moved location. So I've moved home. I used to live in Oxfordshire and I made a big change in my life. I moved to Birmingham in the UK because I've always wanted to live in a city, and a lot of people question me about why Birmingham, but I really, really like it. So a whole new life, living in a new place where I don't know anybody. I'm going through that loner stage again where I'm kind of like, I don't really have anybody that I hang out with, no friends, whatever, but getting a lot of work done. So that's on that side. I'm sure I'll talk about that in future videos. On the other side of things, technology is changing so fast, and it's all about AI. AI has changed how I work completely. Whereas before, I used to work with offshore teams for Overpass projects, doing, sending things off to my team in the Philippines or my team in India or in Vietnam, and a lot of the projects were there, and now everything's done by AI. So, it's exciting how quickly things work. And we're getting through this whole AI slop phase where the tools are starting to get a lot better as we go forward. Every day, I haven't done a video for the last few months, I'm thinking there's so much that I'm learning about every day, every single day. Every time a new model comes out, you have to play with it. Every time there's a new Claude Code model that comes out, or a new Gemini model, or all the big ones, or even like OpenClaw, I've had to play with that. I wasn't all that impressed with OpenClaw. I know everyone's talking about it at the moment, but it's okay. But I have used that. But it's funny how much we've gone in the last 2 years. And the reason I want to talk about today, because I know a lot of developer friends that I have, I'll talk about this stuff. I'll say, have you tried Opus 4.6 now? They got agent teams that work in parallel with each other. And they're like, what's Claude Code? And I'm like, seriously? And I'm assuming you guys all know what it is. I'm sure you guys are keeping up with everything. But it's funny because a lot of developers I know are still doing the copy and paste thing from ChatGPT. And even then, they feel like it's cheating, which is funny because back in the old days, I remember we used to feel like looking up something on Google was cheating. And it's just like, that's stupid because now it's just the way things work. And it's funny how we went from ChatGPT being announced in like November, December 2022. And you were like, oh, wow, I can write a poem with it. Or I could it will give me some code, but a lot of times it's wrong. It doesn't have context. And then we went through that whole thing. And then all the other models came out. And then we went through, I remember I was like really big with Crew AI. And a lot of this stuff, it's so funny how it comes obsolete so fast. Crew AI was a big thing for a while, doing agentic workflows. And then it was like ChatGPT, and then we had Copilot. And Copilot was cool. It sat in Visual Studio or VS Code, and it kind of helped you out. And a lot of people still use it, but I haven't used it for a few years, and I'm sure it's moved on. But go from Copilot to Cursor and then Windsurf, the two things that would actually generate the code for you. They wouldn't just help you out. They could actually build everything out for you. You could say, I need this, this, and this, and it will do it. And then you'd run it and say, it doesn't work, whatever. And then we got into all the other agentic frameworks. So we got, Claude Code, we've got Gemini, we got Gemini Anti-Gravity. A lot of fun to play with. We got all these different tools, and then it just seems to get better and better and better. And a few weeks ago, was it maybe a month ago, Opus 4.6 comes out, and it's changed the way I've been doing everything. I still code. I still have to code for a few projects that I work on because they're not mine, and so I'm in the code and doing all that stuff. But while I'm doing that, I've got agents running off everywhere, just going through and doing everything. And I know a lot of developers out there are like, well, I've used it before and it just doesn't work. And it's funny because it's exponentially getting bigger. I'm thinking about how different things are at the moment. And I've got to the point now where I wake up every day and I make a task list for my agents. And I say, okay, we got this project. We got an email from a client, or not a client. We got an email from a user, and they're saying, having trouble with this. I want you to investigate this one. I want you to get another sub agent to go through and start on this new speculative project I've been thinking about. We're going to use this technology, this technology, this technology. Go off and do that. I need another sub agent to go off and do this, and I get a foreman agent that manages all of them, and it goes off and it works independently of me, and it asks me whenever it needs permissions or an API key or whatever like that, I need to provision something. But other than that, it's a lot like working with offshore teams, except it's better, it's faster, and it tests its own work. So one of the things that as developers, I'm talking a mile a minute, I haven't seen you guys in such a long time. But I'm gonna try to remedy that. It's a new place. I'm kind of trying to get over the nerves of doing videos again, so we'll do that. But one of the things about AI as developers is at first it's kind of like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my job. They're not gonna need me anymore because they don't need people to code. But if you ever use AI agents and try to have it code for you, you know that you do a lot of babysitting. You know it gets a lot of things wrong. You know that sometimes just giving an agent something to go off and do, and it'll come back and you're like, dude, that's completely wrong. It's not different from working with overseas teams, because they still come back with things that are wrong, but you're like, okay, go off and do it again, or undo everything you just done and do it again. Except with AI, it's just a lot faster. And it's really crazy the way that it works. Recently I was able to turn around a quotation for a client, and it was like, it used to be something that would take me hours, so I'd put it off, and then like a client would come to me for a quote, and I'd be like, okay, it takes me hours to do this, but so I put it off, and it'd be like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and I go back with a quotation, and they'd be like, oh, our budget doesn't handle it, and it'll be this big thing. So in the end, it just was a big problem. And the other day I was able to turn around a quote within with just a few hours. Just say, go off. I need my research agent to go off and investigate this to see what's possible. I need my dev agent to go off and take a look at this. I need another agent to go off and look at this. I need my design agent to drop some mock-ups in Figma so that we can use those. And everything comes back. I was able to put everything back into a quotation and get it to the client within the next day. And that was just a small thing. Being able to design skills, being able to do things where you have your Claude Code working, but then have your Claude Code with an MCP that uses Nano Banana that goes off and generates your icon. Use Fastlane to post to the app stores. Everything is just working independently as itself while you're managing it. The world has changed. I know I'm talking a mile a minute, and some people, I know some developers, they're just not there yet. They're like, oh, I don't know, but it makes mistakes from time to time. But unlike offshore teams, unlike some of the other things in the past, and I remember hearing somebody say this, it's exponential. It's getting better day by day by day. And it is that kind of thing where what scares me is not being able to keep up with it as fast as it goes. But it's so much fun to ride this wave. And if I ride it to where I'm not needed anymore, that's going to happen anyway, whether or not I do anything with it. Anyway, I'm excited to live in Birmingham. I'm excited about the AI future, and I want to know what you guys have been working on. And this video is more for the people who subscribe to the channel that I've been talking to the last few years. If you just found this channel, this isn't going to make a lot of sense to you. Oh, the guy moved to Birmingham and he likes AI. Duh, how boring. But I do plan on doing more videos on AI on some of the stuff I've been working with. It's kind of strange because if you wait too long, if you wait 2 days, something else will come out, something else will come out. But one of the things I've always prided on myself on this channel when we talk about app development back in the past was not to do the stuff that's hyperbole. Like I will never do a video that says, OpenClaw changed my life, like 2 days after OpenClaw comes out, that kind of stuff. I hate that. But stuff I've actually used and stuff that's actually worked for me, and stuff that I find really useful, stuff that I find overrated and stuff that I find hyped. Wow, I'm talking too much, aren't I? Anyway, I'm just trying to get back into the habit of doing these videos again. I missed you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I want to show you guys more of the new homes, the new digs, the new technologies, the new everything that I've been working with. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know in the comments if you've, how you guys have been. That is this video. Maybe I won't even post this. I'm just all over the place, but I'm excited to see you guys. I'm excited about the technology. Anyways, that is it for today. Hey, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you again next time. And it won't be 7 months from now. I promise.